Hey guys, welcome back to Phil Plays TCG. Today's video, I want to go over a deck list or a deck or a leader that I've been testing extensively the last 24 hours, and that is the Vegeta mini starter deck that is coming out, I do believe, on the 24th or 25th of this month. This has been one of the leaders I've been super excited to get my hands on because he is our first official Super Saiyan 3 leader, and as you know me, I love Super Saiyan 3 as a form. This is like the only leader that we have as a Super Saiyan. I wish it was Goku, but I'll take Vegeta, even though his stupid hair. Sorry, I'm just not a huge fan of his design, but I am a fan of his aura, his swagger with the form. But anyway, this is a list that I have that I built. It is one that I've been testing, and honestly, it's felt pretty good. But obviously, this is just a starter list. This is not something that I am going to be sticking with throughout the entire tenure of running this deck. I know I'm going to be making adjustments to the deck. I know I will be, seeing how it does into the overall meta. So far, though, it seems very aggressive, and I am pretty happy with it. But obviously, this is my first iteration. Let me know what you think in the comments down below once the whole video is done. Let me know if you're excited for the starter deck Vegeta, and let's go over the deck list here. Also, you guys have been awesome lately. That subscriber count has been going up. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Let's try to get to 3,000 subs by the end of the year. I'm pretty sure we can do it. All right, now, deck list here. So obviously we have the leader, which is on the front side, just to draw one when attacking. When your life is at 4 or less, draw a card and flip over. On his awakened side, this is where the money is. Once per turn, when attacking, draw one card. Then, if you have a rest mode battle card with a cost of 2 or more and DA in its card name in your battle area, switch this card to active mode. Your leader essentially can swing twice per turn as long as you have at least one other rest mode battle card with a Daima in its tag name, which this deck is primarily Daima card, so that is not a difficult thing to do at all. It's just like the Super Buu leader, except you don't have to make sure something is KO'd. You are just able to, just basically get 2 swings once per turn. Sorry, my brother messaged me. This leader is just incredibly aggressive. In combination with a couple other cards in this star deck and in the set, you're able to start swinging upwards of like 30 to 40k twice per turn. And that is insane numbers, especially for a yellow deck. It's hype. It's hype. Let's go over the list here. We have 3 copies of the 3 cost 25k body Vegeta Mini DA. I have it right here in front of me because that text is pretty small too, so I do apologize about that. I just thought this would be a pretty easy way to look over the list here. Basically, when attacking, if you have 2 or more cards in your battle area, with a cost of if you have 2 or more rest mode battle cards with a cost of 2 or more in your battle area, draw 1 card. One thing this deck list does in particular, is you need to restock your hand because you are playing a bunch of cards. So this is a great card to do it. It's a 25k body, so your opponent's gonna have to give at least a 10k to get out of it. Plus, this card, as it's swinging, it can count towards one of the 2 rest mode cards that you need. So you essentially need just one other card on the board, and you're going to be able to draw one. This card is pretty darn nifty. Next, we have 3 copies of Glorio. 2 cost 20k with 0 combo power. His ability basically is his permanent is during your opponent's turn. This card in a battle area gets 10k power. So he becomes a 30k on your opponent's turn, which is really good because there are some cards that require you to have a rest mode battle card in order to have them trigger. And this essentially being a 30k body means that your opponent is going to have a little harder time to get rid of it. Blue, not so much. Blue will just be able to bounce this, but from other decks, 30k is a decent amount. And then, of course, on play, add 1 card from your life to your hand. This deck can hyper awaken pretty darn quickly. Next, we have 4 copies of the Bulma Mini. 2 cost 5k body. On play, add a card from your life to your hand. And then activate main, switch this card in a battle area to rest mode. Choose it to one of your Vegeta Mini DA cards, and it gets 10,000 power for the turn. So you can use this on your battle cards or your leader. So you play this card, rest it to give your leader that additional 10k. He is now swinging for 30k twice per turn, and your Bulma now is the your Bulma helps him meet the requirements of having a Daima card with a cost of 2 or more in rest mode. So it's fantastic. You need to be able to see multiples of these because these do get taken out pretty quickly, being a 5k body. Next, you have 3 copies of Kadan DA. He is essentially there as a 10k combo because we don't have a whole lot of 10k combos in the deck, but he also does swing for 25. He does have an on-play and attacking ability, which is choose one battle card in your opponent's battle area and switch it to rest mode. This does kind of force your opponent to tap down cards in their battle area that they could use for combo power, which is pretty cool. And then you're able to just kind of swing into them, make your opponent waste resources. But overall, like, he primarily acted as a good 10k. Now we have 3 copies of Pansy DA. 3 cost 25k body with 5k combo power. When attacking, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. Then choose up to 1 battle card in your opponent's battle area and switch it to rest mode. Once again, you're just keeping your opponent's board essentially rested, and you're able to swing into it. Your opponent's not going to be able to do much to stop it. 25k swing is still pretty good. But like I said, primarily this deck needs to be filled with mainly Daima cards, so she fits that bill. Next, we have 4 copies of the Tamagami number 2. For 2 cost 20k body with 10k comp power. On play, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. You're seeing a trend here. This deck hyper awakens super quickly. At the end of your turn, if you have 2 or more rest mode battle cards with the cost of 2 or more in your battle area, switch this card to active mode. This card counts towards that. So all you need is another card that is a 2 cost or more in rest mode, along with this, and you're able to restand this guy. So essentially you could use him as combo power, or you're at least protecting him so your opponent just can't swing into him. Overall, though, it's a solid card. Next, we have 3 copies of Results of Training. This is kind of more so your defensive card. It's Yellow's version of Gallic Gun, boosting your card by 15k power for 1. But if there's a rest mode battle card with a cost of 3 or more in a battle area, draw 1. So it doesn't have to be your area, it can be your opponent's, which is pretty cool. But you essentially draw 1 just like Gallic Gun. Next, we have 4 copies of Piccolo. He is the cantrip of the deck. I mean, not much else to say about it. Next, we have the promo Goku. This does not be available right off the bat, but this card is really cool in my opinion. It is a 4 cost 30k body with 5k combo power. Permanent. If your leader is Vegeta Mini, this card gains barrier. So essentially this Goku becomes a barrier 30k. Your opponent's not going to be able to deal with him besides swinging into him. My buddy did kind of mention that why not just put the Frieza SCR in the deck, because it has the same stat line, 4 cost 30k body, but at least has an ability to KO something. That is true. That is a very, very, very good reason to run that Frieza over this Goku. But this card is a Daima, so it goes with the whole theme of the deck. And it has 5k combo power, so it is not entirely dead in hand if you need to combo it. But I'm pretty sure we'll be getting this later on. Super cool card though. Next, we have 3 copies of the SR from the starter deck. 5 cost 30k body with 0 combo power. Activate main. Once per turn, choose up to 1 rest mode battle card with a cost of 4 or less in your opponent's battle area and KO it. Then switch this card in a battle area to active mode. That's going to be such an easy ability to trigger. You swing 30k, you KO, you deal 30k worth of damage, you swing with your leader. Your leader sees this card is in rest mode, it restands, so you're swinging in for 20, possibly even 30 if you have the Bulma, or another card I'll show you. Then we have, then you can just KO something on your opponent's board. A 4 cost, which is a very good ability, just for free, and restand, swinging in for another 30k. This is incredibly aggressive late game, and it's KOing. It's removing bodies on your opponent's board too. It's just a solid card overall. Next, we have 3 copies of the 2 cost 20k Goku from set 6. It's 0 combo power, but its ability makes up for it, and it's played pretty early on turn 2. If you have 2 or more, when attacking, if you have 2 or more cards that include Demon Realm or Demon World and their special traits in your battle area, which almost every Daima card here is going to have that, if not every Daima card, Choose it to one of your opponent's rest mode battle cards in your opponent's battle area. It cannot switch to active mode during your opponent's next turn. There is no cost limit to that. So you are able to hit your opponent's boss monster. It's awesome. It swings for 20 for 2 energy. That's just solid work. And this card counts as one of those cards, one of the 2 cards you need to have in rest mode in order to swing in and freeze it. So this is just really cool card in my opinion. I just wish it did have some combo power, but I feel like its stat line more than makes up for that. Next we have pretty much the big guy in this deck here, and that is Vegeta Mini 4-cost 30k body. On play, choose it to 1 rest mode battle card with a cost of 3 or less in your opponent's battle area and KO it. Then your leader with DA and its special traits gets 10,000 power for the battle. This is the SR4 set 6. For yellow, it is an amazingly good card. And what I really wish I could show you on this, but they didn't have the alternate art version of it. I have the alternate art version proxy because I think it's a superior version. It is the Super Saiyan 3 variant, which I think is awesome. But basically, you play this card on your turn 4, you're KOing a 3 cost on your opponent's board, which pretty much takes care of their previous card they played, and you boost your leader by 10k for the turn. Your leader is now swinging 30k twice on top of this card swinging in. That's just fantastic. That's such good pressure. Your opponent's dropping at least a super combo or 2 cards out of hand each time that you swing in for a 30 if they don't want to take that damage. Then on turn 5, you play the other Vegeta, the 5-cost 30k. So then you're swinging in for 30, 30, 30, 30, possibly, or 20, 20, 30, 30. It's just such a good amount of pressure late game. Next, we have some of the cards that are not from set 6. We have Janemba from set 5. This card, once again, just on play, add add a card from your life to your hand, then switch one of your energy to active mode, and then rest one of your opponent's cards. This gets around blockers, gets rid of pesky cards that your opponent may use as combo power, like 1-drop 10Ks. This is just a very, very good card. And there's great curves in this deck. You're playing a lot of low to the ground bodies, so you're able to play sometimes two bodies a turn, and it's incredibly oppressive. Next, we run 4 super combos. You can run any of these. I just chose Chi-Lai because it was the one I had on hand. Next, of course, 4 Gokus. The Freeze Coup from set 2. This card is absolutely insane. It's 10k combo power, so it's always in hand. So it's always active in hand because you have 10k combo power. And then it freezes on something on play and freezes something on swing. So it's just very, very good late game as well. And finally, just for fun, I threw 1 copy of Revive Bug. This is a 1-cost extra that allows you to switch 1 card with a cost of 2 or more and DA and its special traits from in your battle area to rest mode to draw 2 cards. You can do this with the Tamagami number 2. You can do this with Pansy. You can do this with Glorio. There's a lot of cool options you can do just in case you want to draw 2 cards and you don't really care about attacking with another body. It's just a fun card, but that's a flex spot you could really throw anything into. This list is pretty much exactly 50 cards, I believe, here. But yeah, I really like this list. This is definitely something that will be tweaked once the set officially officially comes out and we get more practice with the different decks. But the thing with this deck is, the benefits is incredibly aggressive. You're swinging multiple times, 30Ks a turn. You combine this with let's see here. With this card, it gives your leader the 10k for the turn on play. That's awesome. So on your 6 energy turn, you play this, KO something, your leader is now a 30k. On the same turn, you play this Bulma, tap her down, she gives your Vegeta leader another 10k. Your leader is now swinging in for 40k twice. Those are Vegito numbers, and he's getting it twice. That's so good. And then your opponent's going to have to waste resources or waste attacks going into the Bulma. That way he doesn't get that same ability again, because this one obviously isn't on play. But yeah, the negatives to this deck are that it is lacking in combo power for the most part. The deck runs a lot of 5Ks, and then it does have a decent amount of 0Ks. Let's see, the 3 Vegetas, that's 6, 3 Gokus, that's 9, and the 3 Glorios, that's 12. That's 12 cards it runs that aren't comboable. Then, of course, you run 4 copies of extras, and then the rest of them are 5Ks, and then we run 7 10Ks. The rest are 5Ks. So the deck does lack in combo power, but if you are swinging into your opponent's face, like, your opponent's going to be wasting a lot of resources to defend themselves, and you can easily split your pressure from your opponent's leader and their board as well. But yeah, overall, I think this list is super cool. I'm very excited to get my hands on these cards here. Set 6 is only a couple weeks away, but let me know what you think about this list, or let me know some cool, fun tech pieces if you've been testing this leader out as well. I'm super hyped. Man, Fusion World's in a good spot. I really think it is. You know, hopefully this next set, since we didn't get our ban list, I hope that it will take care of some decks that are a little bit more of a problem, but we'll have to find out. Until then, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Make sure to hit that like button on the way out and subscribe if you do like the content here, and I will catch you on the next episode. Take care, guys.